What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is finally the day. Time to get the SX chopped up and get the 12-inch rear on and get the motor mounted. I think for today's video the goal is to at least get the 12-inch tire mounted. I'll show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. Try to bring you guys along with that. But yeah, finally going to get started. If you've been following me, you know that we have been planning to put the far driver kit into the SX. Flip the camera around here real quick. So as you can see, I kind of got everything taken apart, mocking up some pieces. Just uploaded a video showing that I was going with the 14-12 combo. I think it's going to ride a lot better, be a cool little pit bike. But yeah, finally time to get this going. Let me show you what I have planned. So instead of doing a swing arm stretch like most people are doing, what the plan is I'm going to be taking this 3/16 flat steel and I'm going to be cutting off the dropouts here, and basically it's going to bring the wheel back about an inch. Another thing is the razor swing arm is I can't remember, it's like 5.5 or 5 3/4 inch wide, as to where the Mototec is only like, it's about an inch skinnier on the inside. So what that equates to is, see, we got the stock Mototec wheel and the stock razor wheel. It's kind of hard to tell, but as you can see, the razor has a wider hub to make up for that. Now instead of keeping it like that and just extending it out, what I'm going to be doing is taking these dropouts and let's see if I get a good shot. It's going to bring them in about a 1/2 inch on each side. So that way I'm not trying to double stack spacers, and you know, I'd have to bring this brake bracket way in anyways. So what I'll end up doing is putting this here, doing some gussets, make it nice and strong. We're gonna go with the same style where it just hooks in the wheel. So I gotta make sure I'm very careful to line these up perfect so the wheel isn't cockeyed, crooked, nothing like that, nice and straight. So it's gonna take a lot of head scratching, but yeah. So I've already got these cut out to where I want them. Basically, I'm just going to cut these dropouts off first and trace this pattern right here, get them to where I need them on my new dropouts, and then from there, basically just mock up the wheel, tack everything on, make sure we're good, and then from there I'm going to be I got to cut this bracket off since it's all one piece. But we'll take this brake bracket and basically we'll attach it to the brake, put it up on the wheel, and then figure out what I need to weld on to make this move over and work with the Mototec wheel. So let's see if I can center it in there real good. Of course, the brake is in the way. Anyways, yeah, something like that. So yeah, obviously that bracket's gonna need to come in quite a bit, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these chopped off, and then I'll be right back, show you guys what else is going on. All right, guys, I got quite a bit done. As you can see, we got the dropouts all cut up, and I got my new ones. I ended up clamping both of them together, drilling a hole and making a 1/2 inch hole with the step up bit, whatever you want to call it. So what I have now is it somewhat mocked up to the spacing that I like, and I don't know if I can do this, but it's gonna go just like that, and then of course I'll be gusseting that. So imagine a little triangle right where my thumb is, and then another one right behind it, just to make it nice and strong. So it'll sit up something just like that. It's kind of hard. I should probably put you in a stand for this, but yeah, so basically now I'm going to try to stand this up the best that I can, get it all, you know, pretty level with the bike, make sure everything looks good. Then I'm going to go ahead and tack these on to the corners, make sure I like everything. But yeah, I figured instead of just doing the open dropouts, I don't see why not. I just put some holes in it. Obviously it's not adjustable either way, so I think this is going to be the way to go. But yeah guys, so let me get this all stood up, try to, I don't know, get it to stand by itself so I can adjust it, figure out where I want it to go, center forward, all that good stuff, and hopefully tack it on real quick, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, I think I still have to tweak it a little bit more. It looks like it's going a little bit that way, so I still got a little bit to mess with, but it is tacked on, and I figured I'd give you guys a better idea of what I'm doing. So as you can see, the dropouts come in and over. That way I'm not making up a huge gap with spacers in between. And then like I said, I'll be gusseting. So I'll take some triangles, I'll weld a triangle up top, up bottom, and then I'll do some little triangles to go on the inside as well, just to box it in, make it nice and strong. But yeah, so obviously I didn't go crazy with the stretch here. I'm not a big stretched guy. I'd rather be able to pick up my front wheel whenever I need to. Obviously it's just getting a Mototec motor, so it's not like it's going to be doing backflips or anything. But what do you guys think? That looks a heck of a lot more proportionate than the last video. Nice wheelbase to it, nothing too crazy. Fits in the hoop perfect. Let me see if I can prop this up in here. Dang, wires in the way. Get this, you know, sitting somewhere in there like that. Sorry for the crappy videography here. But yeah, get the motor in somewhere like that. You know, it'll sit in a little bit more, just like that. But yeah, I think it's coming together pretty good so far. I'm gonna keep tacking away, get this thing nice and straight, make it as perfect as I can. That way when I'm riding, it's not tracking sideways, something goofy like that. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, starting to run out of daylights, but I was sitting here playing around with the old bracket that I cut off of the previous dropouts. And what I did was I attached my brake to it to kind of line it up. So bolted the brake to the mount, and then I just kind of eyeballed it to where I know that, let's see if we can see in there. You can kind of see in there. It's hard to tell, but basically this portion of the rotor is fitting perfectly onto the pads, so that way I'm not too low, too high. You know, it's not banging into this thing. So after I did that, I took a Sharpie and I just marked my line, cut my line straight across, and then put a couple tacks right here. Excuse my crappy flex cord welds. They're strong, but they ain't pretty. And it works out perfect. So like I said, I still plan on doing some triangles to gusset this. Do some on the inside. I gotta attach this to the side right here. But I gotta get this thing out of the way. But as you can see, let me see if I can do this. Spinner. We got brakes. Cool deal. So that's one portion down. Like I said, we're gonna try to get this all finished, the dropouts and the brake mount done today. Let's see if we look at it from the back. Yeah, it looks pretty straight. We'll see how it is later on. If it's not exactly straight, what I'll end up doing is just turning these into sliding dropouts, which isn't a big deal. Just put some tabs back here for my adjustment point, and then from there I can, you know, move it back and forth how I need to. But for now, this is pretty good. We'll see once I get it out there if I'm not tracking sideways or whatever. But yeah, guys, we're getting super close. Sorry I haven't been too detailed with how I'm doing everything. You know, it is what it is. I'm sitting here scratching my head, so I'm sure you guys don't want to see all that. But yeah, it's coming together slowly but surely. Cool, I'm gonna knock that out. I'm gonna try to get these gussets made for strengthening the dropouts and try to get everything welded together. And then probably bring you back and end off the video. Alright guys, so unfortunately it's getting pretty late and I probably shouldn't be grinding stuff all night, pissing off the neighbors, but let's see if you guys can see this pretty good. So again, excuse the sloppy welds, but I got the gusset on the side, got one right here, got one down there, so that should make it pretty strong. Showed you before in the last clip, we got our brake bracket mounted, and then here's another good look at the gusseting, so that way it'll keep this nice and rigid since it's going in and farther back. Another little gusset back here. But yeah, basically I can't really see right now, so welding is almost impossible, especially with this flex crap. So I'm gonna call it a night. I'd say goal is pretty much reached. All I need to do is just finish up welding, but the tire is officially mounted and the brake works perfect. So I guess on to the next task. So we'll do that in the next videos. We will get the motor mounted. Hopefully that goes pretty easy because we'll do the motor and then we'll throw the controller. We'll put like a controller mount. I'm thinking like somewhere up under there in between the frame and the box. And then from there we can continue on with the Far Driver controller kit series, and I can show you guys how I tune them and how I'm getting my performance out of it. Obviously I'm gonna need to do a lot of testing just to make sure that it's safe for you guys, because I don't want to be like, hey, put these settings in and then a week later you're coming to me asking why it blew up. So let me stay patient, let me figure it out so I can get something safe for you guys. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. We got a lot of work done today, and stay tuned for the next one. It's coming soon. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. To all the OGs, appreciate you guys. I think we're almost to 1,200 subscribers. But yeah, alright guys, till next time. Peace.